And both of you have been in this market for a long time. When you see the volatility that you're experiencing, how much of that volatility, when you compare that to the historical perspective that you've been covering this market, is it volatility that you've never seen before, or is it volatility that is par for the course? We've seen that. It's just managing it.
No, first of all, I would say volatility is not everybody's enemy. Some might make a benefit out of it. So the bankers, of course, it's their daily bread and butter to provide tools. And for treasurers, it's a good showcase to show that we are on top of those volatilities and can manage them to mitigate the risks. Volatility, I mean, we've seen a lot of volatility on the RMB. We've seen volatility on many other products and cases such as property markets, credit risks, and what have you. I think it's not comparable yet with 1997, like you mentioned before.
Yes, yes. Maybe we're stronger, more capable of managing it.
I think so, yeah. We learned about this, and also the regulators have done the right things to protect the financial market.
Yes, yes. Halim, on Malaysia, you're NBFI, but in Malaysia, we've seen more volatility than we've ever seen ever.
Yeah, that's right. It's been fun.
A lot of political stuff going on and exciting stuff that make your life very interesting.
Oh yeah, it has been interesting. It's been fun. But I think just to convey with everybody, what we do in Chagamas is basically we are the banks to the bank. What we provide is a secondary mortgage market for the banks to basically get some sort of long-term liquidity for them, to encourage them actually to disburse more loans so that we can promote more ownership. Now, coming back to volatility, so it's as a frequent issuer in the capital market, volatility and liquidity is the two main concerns if you are really interested to tap the capital market. We always be there. It's about you and how you actually prepared for that. So we experienced 1997, 98 in financial crisis. We learned from that. The cause of that volatility is because of currency mismatches, because of maturity mismatches, and over-reliance on the banking sector, period.
Yes,
These are the three things. So we have already come a long way from that. Now, in 2013, when the word taper was introduced to the financial market, volatility, back then, Chagamas only predominantly issue in Malaysian ringgit, the local bond market. So the pricing reference was Malaysian government securities. When the word taper was introduced to the market, you see an exodus of funds going out from the country back to the States. And the volatility of the underlying benchmark actually increased from 5% to 35%. So when we go to the market, we were supposed to raise 6.4 billion in 3 weeks. And the pricing on our credit back then was actually a reflection of volatility in the mortgage, in the Malaysian government securities, instead of a true credit reflection of us. So what we learned from that is that we need to then diversify our alternative of liquidity. So in 2014, we established an EMTN program, and we started to look for currencies which giving us low volatility and where liquidity is abundant.
So there are still currencies with low volatility?
Oh, yeah. In 2014, the offshore RMB was the first one that we hit. I mean, Chagamas has been in the market for 20 over years and decided, why don't you go and issue the dollars? And why do you go into the offshore RMB market? Because to us, number one, it magnifies our scarcity value, because it works two ways. Not only that we get the liquidity, but you're also offering a diversification of credit profile to the investors as well.
That's true.